Hello, Flosstubers, and welcome back. I'm Austin. I hope you all had a great week. Not week, it's Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. I hope you had a great beginning week. I hope you all started out. Mine was good. Yesterday, we had to go to New Orleans to drop off a group to the New Orleans aquarium. There's an aquarium in the French Quarter, and I can tell you by the experience of yesterday, I will not be going back anytime soon. Because the French Quarter, there's construction on every street right now. It's hard to get down. There was, oh, okay. And another thing, no parking nowhere. Parking nowhere. There was no parking. So basically we were just looping around. And so we dropped the group off. We still fighting with construction. Couldn't get down certain streets. Parking nowhere. And we had to go to the bathroom. So we went all the way down to the New Orleans port where cruise ships get on and off, which I have been, very enjoyable. But right beside it, there's something called Mardi Gras World. New Orleans is known for Mardi Gras, big floats. And that is a place where you can go in and look at floats because they're being made there. You know, you can get a tour. We had to break in, so we figured while we breaking in, going in there, might as well look at some floats. But besides that, it was good. And then the weather was horrible coming back. Rain. But let's push all that aside. What are we doing? I'm going to answer. Okay, so I had 2 subscribers. Where's my paper? Because I have it written down. Hope. You see this? I'm not stopping. Did y'all see that? Yes. Yeah. Watch. Chico. What are you doing? Come here. Come here. Come here. Hold on. He's got a halt out. Are you serious? All right. Get going. Thank you. Back to what I was saying. That's Chico. I'm not editing that. It's staying in. Okay. I had 2 subscribers ask 2 questions, which one was for fabric, and the other was, and the 2 names I have it. The 2. Okay, maybe then I don't. I'm gonna get better at this. But for the questions, that was, for one of them was, how do you, they just prefer fabric. So I'm gonna talk about that, show a little different things. And also they wanted to see how I kit up, going from the Ziploc bags, from my floss library. Because you know, they're all in Ziploc bags. They want to see, they said, Austin, she said, excuse me, can you show us how you kit up? Not a problem. Let's do, now stitching wise, I didn't do too much stitching. I started a new one, and I worked on my Victorian Charmer a little, but I basically got them all kitted up. I'm all kit up and set up and good to go. The theme of this is Victorians across America, because back in the day, there was chart patterns of Victorian houses across America, and I think more than one would participate in that, the designers. But I have that, so it's one Victorian Charmer, my Victorian Charmer. I got a Victorian across America. I have one by It's So Emma. It's not in that, but it is a house. And I got one that's different that I wanted to throw in there just to change it up. And you can see something else. Let's start first with the one, my baby. This is my pride and joy. I'm telling y'all, when I work on something for a while, me and that piece, we get connected. Hold up, what did I do to the iPad? How I turn it on? Oh, wait. Got it. That's embarrassing. Oh, well. All right. So this is my Victorian Charmer. It's 80s, I believe. I can't remember the exact year. By Nancy Rossi. And I'm still very much enjoying it. Where are you at? Right here. I'm not even getting my pointer today because I haven't done enough stitching to grab the pointer, okay? I'm not doing it. I can't get the pointer. All right. And look, I want to say something about Ada. If you make sure, it doesn't matter what cloth you use when you're stitching in hand, or even if you're holding a hoop, you're using your hands. Your hands produce oil. Make sure you always wash, sanitize if you're going to work on your piece for a while, just to keep it clean as possible. And let me tell y'all something. I wash my hands, but through the years with Ada, and especially if how many stitches did I do on this? Six stitches. It's something. Don't judge me, okay? So, if I'm definitely moving at this rate, it's going to, so with Ada, especially, you keep it in a ring, you will see a form ring around it. But what you could do to get rid of it, but like I said, make sure your hands are really always, because you can ruin some fabrics and you don't want that. But what I do with mine is, with me moving at this pace, I'm like, I never dip mine in water. I know you can, especially if it has reds in it. I have heard of some bleed out stories fading on other colors. I won't do that. So what I do is I'll just get a napkin, and wherever that ring is, lightly, because it's not it's not like a dust bunny, and it comes right off. That's what I do. So for the ones that didn't see, there's not really too much different to look at, okay? I got about 6 stitches in. One is on the east, the rest are so not much change on this one, but I'm still loving it. I am still loving it. Let me show. Oh, 18 count Ada. That is 18 count Ada. And how I keep show y'all real time. Just pulled it out of my bag. All my bags, they're labeled too. Name, cloth, and so I can see on the front bag. And I roll it up just like this. But when I want to work, this is exactly how I do it. These are my favorite to use. Anything that's this kind of style, I love it. Because what people fail to realize is, especially with these big ones, okay, you just comb it out. Make sure it's all tight. It stays good and tight. But what people fail to realize is a lot of times your project will have maybe, let's just say this. So all these are open. What I do a lot of times when I'm working, let's say I'm working with white and I still got a good piece left, I don't stick it back over here. I'll take that white and put the strand on this side, but not this one though, because that's a different color. But like the brown, I have a extra. All these are extras that need to be worked in that I haven't finished all the way. Instead of putting it back over here, messing with all this, take that quick piece and put it on this side, directly across from the color. And then when you need a short piece, grab it off. Works great. Get done with it. This is what I do. Wrap it just like this. Some people wrap it just like this. Put it in the bag. That's the Victorian Charmer by Nancy Rossi. Next one. Let's see. The next one. Which one? Ooh, let me show y'all this. This is a lifesaver for those of you that do not have this. This is a lifesaver. I'm crafty, but I'm not crafty enough in color-wise, like changing colors. I have to have a visual. This lets you know DMC's colors and what it's in. Hold on, I can't even see y'all. There we go. You know, it just shows all the colors. Cardstock shows all. And so when I got to change colors, or let's say I need a red. I don't have that red, but I have reds in my floss library. I would want something that's real close to it. Or if I want to do a color change to something different, but not too bold, I'll use this. I use this all the time. Very well worth the money spent. Let's do the... Victorian. Okay, let's do this one next. This is Victorian Across America by Debbie Patrick. And this is going to be on 26 count even weave. excuse me, in the chart, she has it as 14, 16, or 18 Ada. But I don't want to do Ada on this one. I decided to use even weave. So I used a 26 count even weave. I already got my masking tape on it. The masking tape is on. Let me straighten that out a little bit. So that is a 26 count even weave. That's what it's going to be on. And I have it set up the same. Though it's not my plastic one, it's the same style. And the numbered out. And then I also keep on mine if you look at that little white sticker with all them letters, that's Victorians across America, Debbie Patrick, 26 count even weave. This is labeled just like my bag. My bag is labeled as well, what I showed y'all. I use these white stickers for everything. The ones that come in the 500 pack, the little square ones, oh, I use them for everything. And they're big help when it comes to cross stitching. And these also have a magnet on it. So if it's on a light pole, stick it right to it and it just holds it right there. Just like that, falls just like that. Now, one of the questions that a subscriber asked was, Austin, can you show us how you kit up coming from the Ziploc bags? Because as y'all know, I told y'all my floss library is the long Ziploc bags. So, and look, another thing when I was stitching, them 6 stitches, okay? Because I did probably about 6 or 7 stitches in that. Let me tell you why. When you first start cross stitching, or for those and my cross stitchers out there, especially the ones that in the comments, I tell you, I read all the comments. The ones that have been doing this so long, y'all know this right off the back. Sometimes kitting these things up can take some time. Some people enjoy kitting up. It don't bother me. I enjoy it. I mean, it don't bother me, but it takes time. Especially if you're somebody like me. You're sitting on in your easy chair, bed, you got the crime shows going on, Jessica Fletcher, any of that. So I get tied up and I do it. I'll kit them up, but watch TV, it takes time. So, and plus I had a busy 2 days too. Well, busy week. So, but back to the kit up. I'll cloth, the even weave, masking tape it first, get that out the way, pull these out, label on them first. Go to what I have in inventory, pull them out, and see this one needs blank up top, the very top one. Right here, this is what I do. I take it off first. Okay, so if you look closely, this makes how can I say this? If you look closely, it's a circle that you got to pull. You don't have to, I do it this way. And you want to make sure, oh, good camera pickup, because I'm trying to see how I want to word this to make it make sense. It's just a long piece of DMC that's looped around, and they just squish it out, make it long. So you're wanting to pull this circle apart. If you look close, you see that little loop? You want to make sure all them loops are separated. So pull this one over here. Oh, look, there's 2 more. You just want to make sure that this circle is completely pulled open. There we go. Just like that. See that? Put it around your wrist. Keep it around your fingers. I either put it here or on my wrist. Take the piece and get to pulling. I don't care how it falls down. I don't care because it's falling in order. And you just pull, and keeping it around your hand or your wrist keeps it from tangling up. Like when I used to pull it straight out, I always used to tangle up so bad. And so there we go. Now, rule of thumb, unless you're getting a kit, well, because the kits are already kitted up, like I'm talking about kit with the floss in it already pre-cut. When you're doing it this way, rule of thumb is take the end, go all the way out. I go to almost my neck, because I'm not the loop. I don't take the needle and use one string, put it in halfway, divide it to where makes it 2 strands when you pull it up in the middle. I use 2 strands. I like my strings long. I use 2 strands per needle. Okay, that's the rule of thumb. Once you got it, pinch that side, pinch it. Go all the way down till you get the end of that measurement. Stop. And keep doing that. See, loop, pinch. And I don't really worry about the exact measurements, like, oh, it's got to be perfect on the spot. I don't do that. I just make sure it's even enough and keep doing this. This is the fastest way for me, I find. Just keep going until you make it all the way to the end. And sometimes when you're pulling the string, it ain't happening now, but I want to let you know, when you pull it up and you're working at a fast rate, you will see it get kind of tangled. All you do is wiggle it like that, falls right out every time. Just keep going. So, okay, now, some people would either cut this off, I'm leaving it, or they would bend it again. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna just have a little extra piece long. That don't bother me. Now, you're gonna, where's my scissors? Oh, and this is another part of the kit up. I guess I'll show you. When I kit up, this is a lifesaver for me too. This is just a magnetic little plastic tray I got at Hobby Lobby years ago. It's got a magnet in it. I keep my needles, multiple needles in here. You see, these are threaded, holding the needles. And then if you look close, there's a Ziploc bag that has been mounted to the top. That catches all my little extra strings that's a little left. I ball it up, put it in here, and just keep it moving. You just close it up, and when it gets full, I just rip it off. Not rip the Ziploc bag off, take it all out and throw it away. But it's just like all here, and I like that it's convenient. It's all right there. So you're gonna take your scissors. You got loops, and oh, I need my glasses. You're gonna cut them loops. Every loop that you have formed on both sides, cut them. Make sure they're all cut. Going to the other side. Now you see that long string? Don't cut that, because you're gonna cut it right off. You're gonna cut it right off. So you just want to cut the loops. Them loops, you see? Cut. Cut. Did I get all of them? Yep, got all of them. I'm gonna go halfway down, just like that, halfway down. Take this. I like my knots to be up top. So for you to get your knot up top, take it, go in the circle, not from the back up. Go in, pull it down. So you're pulling it, entering from the front side. Loop. Slide it through. There you go. Now this one's all set and ready, good to go. Which one is this one for again? The Victorian Across America by Debbie Patrick on 26 count even weave. Did I show y'all that pattern? I don't think I did. I do not think I did. But if I did, I'm about to show you. This is Victorians Across America by Debbie Patrick. Like I said, when they were doing this, multiple people were doing this at that time. It was more than just her. Okay. And like I said, it did call for Ada. 14, 16, or 18, but I'm not doing it on that. I'm going to do it on even weave. Let me put my little scissors back in there. And I just keep the string hanging out. Like, it's closed, but it's hanging out. But the needles are on the magnet. I know I'm going to stitch this one in hand. I'm not going to use the hoop for this one. I am going to stitch this one in hand. Next, Home Sweet Home by Itsuema. And this is going to be on 18 count Ada. Now, this one is on 18 count Ada. It is... See? And this one's going to be a fast one, I could tell, because this is the floss that it calls for, like I said, and it's labeled as well. You see that labeled up top? Gives you the name, maker, and what kind of cloth, fabric. 18 count Ada, but it's a, oh, this is regular 14 count Ada. No, it's vintage oat. I knew it was something. Vintage oat. I've actually used this for several projects. Already sized. Now, let's hope the light looks... If you look close, you can see like brown, light, neutral, marbled effect. Very light, not bold. It's not bold. And I got it masked up, all on the side. I'll show you all these. Home Sweet Home by Itsu Emma. Oh, it's gonna be pretty. Now that one, granted, is not part of the Victorians across America, but it is a house. So I'm like, maybe not a Victorian across America, but maybe a condo down in Connecticut. All right, let's and see, wrap it back up. But I know I'm gonna stitch this one in hand. Okay. This is the first time I've ever doing this one. I've never done this pattern, but I want to let you know there is a whole little community out there that stitches this, and I'm serious. Right here. It's a Mirabilia. So I'm gonna be doing a Mirabilia as well, and I actually started the Mirabilia. This is my first time ever doing a Mirabilia. I've never done a big Mirabilia. The smaller ones, I have worked on the smaller ones, but they're not Mirabilias. This is a Mirabilia by, hold on, wait, what is this? Hold up. Oh, I didn't know what that was. Okay, didn't know what that was. So this is a Mirabilia by Nora Corbett. Let's open it up. Let's see. Well, we're not going to open it up. I lied. We're not opening it up. Because I was trying to see something. But it has like the, let me turn it sideways just to cover up that pattern some. But it's in there. That's all the colors you need. Now, for those that you don't know about Mirabilias, Mirabilia uses beads as well. They use beads, and a lot of times she uses linen. So let me tell you about that. And this is the second question. I'll go ahead and say that. Fabrics. I love Ada's, even weaves, and I love linen to look at, but to work on linen, I have struggled so much. So I bought the Mirabilia. You can buy a Mirabilia with the pattern, the cloth, the fabric, and the beads. The beads as well. You just gotta, so that's what I did. I purchased it like that. All I had to do was go to my floss inventory, get the floss, and I actually had to get a couple floss, two of them, because I didn't have. So that's how it came in. And it came with this. This is a Witchlet Premium. This is a 40 count linen. No, this is a 32 count linen. Excuse me, I thought it was 40. It's 32 on Star Sapphire. And let me tell y'all, I was so excited when I got this Mirabilia. And then when I pulled this out, I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. Linen. I can't work on this. I cannot work on this. I haven't trained myself to work on it yet, but let's see if the light picks it up. A linen, maybe not. Hold on. This one will. A linen has, let me see if I can find it on here. Or what I don't, right here is a perfect example. Okay. Linen, and I just lost it on the camera. Hold on. It's not an even square. For those of you know that's seen linen, touched linen. Oh, here we go, right here. They have whelps in the fabric. You see where my hand's circling around? That's not a perfect circle. That's not. That's like a whelp. And so when I look at linen, now if I feel, I got it on Joblin. Yeah, I got it on Joblin. Do I got it on Joblin? Yeah, I got it on Joblin. Yes, Joblin. Feels basically the same. As a matter of fact, the Jobelins I actually think softer. But when I got this in, I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do it. But I am going to hold on to this linen. Maybe I could practice on it. I wish I knew how to do, but my eyes have a hard time. Yeah, That's a big old chunk wet there. And I'm saying I would just have to train my eyes to that. I really would. But this is what it came with. So right when it came with it, I was like, and I want it to stay true to the color, to this. You can switch it up, but I wanted to use that Star Sapphire. And the only thing that I could find outside of the linen, which was by Witchlet Premium as well, was the 28 count Jobelin. And I actually have it in the hoop, my Q-snap. And this is how much I got done. But this is it's the same color. Let me turn this light off so you can see better with the color. That's the Star Sapphire, and that's all I stitched, y'all, was basically that right there. I do like Jobelin. I do. This is a 28 count. I wish I had it in 32, but I didn't see the 32 option, so I just got it in 28. Granted, it's going to be a little bigger, but that's all right. But like I said, this is my first time stitching a Mirabilia. Anybody that has stitched Mirabilias and you want to comment in the comment of some things to look out for, I would greatly appreciate it because I know there's a little community out there. So we're going to see, but I've been wanting to stitch a Mirabilia. And y'all like my little grime guard? I made this by hand. When I say sew, I sew. I've taught myself. I'm not like, to my best of my abilities, I sew. I just look at it and go. And if it feels right to me, that's how I do it. But look what I made. Ain't that, it's the Scooby-Doo people. Don't look too close because you might see some stitching that's a little heavy. But it's to hold the all your excess fabric, because this is a big piece. You just hold it in. Yeah, that's all I got. This is all I got. But I do know Thursday I'm getting some stitching done because I don't got too much on my after work. I'm gonna get some stitching done that day. But it's soft. They got rayon. Jobelin has rayon in it, so it is soft. It is soft. And then really, when you stitch in hand with this, for those that you stitch in hand, it'll fold right up. Ada will do that too. Just because Ada's stiff, and I love working with Ada, just not 14 count. I like it higher. But I still work with 14. That's just my least pick out of the Adas. But I love working with Ada too. The stiffness don't bother me at all. And when you work with Ada, it softens up. It does. And then now, going the route of people dyeing Adas, making certain color Adas, they're softer. I felt softer Adas. But that never really bothered me. All right, let's make sure I covered. Oh, wait, y'all want to see the beads? Hold on. That's not just that. Okay, so my color, my DMC is set up just like the rest of them on the exact same way. But I have beads too, because they have beads for the Mirabilia. And look, it's labeled. I'm telling you, I label everything. Mirabilia, Portrait of Veronica. That's what that one. And let me pull one out here. See, it's just a little tray. Look like Tic Tac, if you ask me. Tic Tac box. Well, can I get one out of here? There we go. And I just put the label of the bead on there. And see, it's tiny beads. She calls it treasures. And this is what I'm thinking is going to be my biggest struggle right here. Is the beads. This is what I think is going to be my getting into the groove of. But that is to go on the cross stitch. In her dress, a lot of it's in her dress and around her headband. That's going to be my biggest concern with that one. And look, there's my little, those are the, I use them labels for anything. And if I need them smaller, I cut them. Okay, that says about that. Like I said, what I got coming up? Busy week of work. That's nothing new there, though. But I am going to get stitching on them. Those are going to be the ones that I'm working on, keeping progress of. And like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this in this video or not, but I will. I am starting up the Pass the Stash Along. So if you want to get in contact with me about that, feel free to. You can email me, kitchenofstitching@gmail.com. I'm not starting it right yet. That's going to start taking effect to the end of either the middle of next month or end of next month, but it is going to happen. So like I said, anyone with questions about that or concerns, just shoot me an email. And that's the only way you can get in contact with me, because I don't do any other form. So until then, you guys know the drill. Y'all stay safe. Y'all have a great rest of the week. Have a happy weekend. And until then, happy stitching.